Hi folks, I'm going to make a few what we call wall vases today. Just quite a simple vase shape that you flatten the back of, punch a hole in the back and you can hang them on the wall. So I'll throw a few, turn a few tomorrow, and then I'll show you how we flatten them. I'm just going to throw a sort of cylinder shape first. There won't be any knuckle lifting or anything like that in this because it's so small. So I'm just going to collar it in. And then just narrow it up. The clay is very grippy, and then I'm just going to flare the top out. Part that will be flattened, so you flatten the back and it can hang on the wall. What I'll have to do with these is, because the top dries out a bit too much, I'll need to just dip them in a bucket of water, just the tops in a bucket of water tomorrow, just to soften them up enough so that I can flatten them. So that's the shape, it's just a sort of general trumpety vase shape. Again, just going to lift it up. And then just colouring it in from the bottom. I'm just going to flare the top out. Drop my scraper. I'll just film one more, and then tomorrow I'll show you how we turn them, decorate them, and then flatten them finally. be honest, you just leave that as a normal vase, just stand it up on the table, but like I said, these are the ones we do for hanging on the wall. So that's 3 done. So then, like I said, tomorrow I'll show you how I decorate it, trim them, and then flatten them on the table. Alright folks, next day now, and they've dried out a bit. Too dry at the top, so I'm going to have to dip them in this bucket of water. I'll just show you how I trim these up, nothing spectacular. Just going to put a couple of grooves in at the bottom. Just smooth it off, a little bit of coloured slip on. And then using my little ribbon tool thing, I'm just going to cut through back to the body of the clay. What I usually do is wait, let that dry a little bit, otherwise as you can see it gets a bit sloppy. But if you see, that's cut through the colour back to the clay body. So that's that done. I'll just put the stamp on. And then, like I said, what I'm going to do with these, because they're a bit dry. People say, why do you never trim the foot of your pots? Well, because you can cut it off as flat as that. There's just no point. It's just a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just going to dip these in this water. And then just let it drain out, let it soak in a bit, and that'll make the top soft enough so I can flatten the edge of it on the table. So I'll just do another one. I'll do a different design on this. Again, just putting these grooves in and then just refining this line a bit. Smoothing it over with my fingers. So this one I'm just going to do a quick little thing like that. Put a line at the bottom, a line on the top. And that gives you quite a nice design. Dead easy to do. I do all sorts of different sort of underslip designs, so everyone's got something different to look at. So I'll just dip this in and then do the rest, and then I'll show you how we flatten them and put the holes in. Right then folks, I've let these soak for a bit so they're soft enough. So I'm just going to flatten them on one side. It couldn't be easier, because the tops are wet, just push it down like so. Because if you can imagine, if you try doing that when they're dry, they'll just crack. But when they get nice and wet at the top, they just do it so easily. So we'll just layer these down. And then in a sec, I'll just put the holes in. Do this one. So what I've got to put the holes in with, it's actually an old bullet case with a screw in, so you can punch through. Just basically punch it through, lift the clay out, and a little bit of clay drops out. So then you're left with a hole in the back of the pot, which you can then hang your pot on the wall. So that's it folks, that's how I make the wall hanging vases.